we live?
Yes, you are.
All right, cool. Hey guys, welcome back. For those of you that have been following us, we're doing kind of a little mini-series, Millennial Mondays, to just kind of run through the process, make it a little more digestible for folks that are, first-time home buyers and looking to buy a house. So I'm here with my team director, Vinnie Forzese.
Hey guys.
And so last week we talked about the pre-approval process with Bob Pizzello, so kind of the first step in the process. This step, the home search, is really kind of where I think a lot of buyers actually really start the process, because this is the fun part, right? This is where, like, you get to go online, you shop around all these real estate websites. So we just kind of wanted to, talk about the process a little bit of your home search. So where to start, where to look for houses, what to look for in a realtor, and...
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, a lot of people, especially... the target for everybody who's watching is going to be the first-time buyers, right? So someone who doesn't know the process, like I said, the shame is, it's usually people maybe watch, like, Bravo, HGTV, and they think they know, or,
Not always what it appears to be on TV.
Yeah, it's like everything. Like, you can't just read, like, just different, like, things on the internet and hope to think you're an expert. So finding somebody who's going to help you there is the best start.
Right.
And then having that guidance.
And a good place to start when looking for a great agent is with your mortgage broker, right? Like, a lot of times these are professionals that are working with other professionals. They know who are the best agents in the area and where you're going to get the best service from. So that's a good place to start. Also online, check out reviews on some of these big websites, Zillow and Trulia and things like that.
Yep.
And find yourself a good agent that's really, knowledgeable in the process and going to be able to guide you through it and make it a seamless and a fun process, because there is a lot of moving parts. So it's nice to have someone that really, knows that the intricacy of it. And
yeah, I mean, it's changed a lot. I mean, anybody who's looking right now knows every house that's on the market. You're able to see it everywhere. So It's not like things are hidden anymore. And certainly we have an insight on stuff before it happens, which I tell people that. But I think people are hiring you because they, again, like you mentioned, you're an expert in the area.
Right.
You know what the value is. You know how to negotiate. With the realtor, and why buyers should work with their own realtor. It's their own representation. It's to be honest with you, it's if you're working the other way around and trying to do it on your own, a lot of times you end up spending more money or spending more time stressed with it.
Right. So, Finn, in your experience when you're working with buyers, where do you find, like, they start their home search? Do you think online with, like, Zillow and Trulia? Yeah.
I think you're going to do that. It's like anything. And you think about anything in life. Like, you're researching something you want. You're going to go online first. You're going to start looking at reviews. Maybe you go to the store and kind of look at it. And that's the same with buying. You're going online. Then you go into the open house. That's like going to the store.
Right.
But eventually, because this is not just you're buying like an iPod. Nobody's buying an iPod anymore. But it's not like you're buying something that's like that is a product. You're buying something that is an investment.
Sure.
And you really need someone who's an expert at it. It's not just you wing it, and if you don't like it, you return it.
Right. Yeah. You don't want to. You want to find someone who really, like, this is what they do.
Yeah. And then that's the thing. And also, like, feel it's someone you vibe with. You want someone who's going to communicate well with you, who's going to be available. There's like a lot of things that you want, but between you and I, we've worked with a lot of different buyers, and there's some buyers that they just not the same personality. You just don't connect right with them, and a lot of times you say that, hey, you might be better off with someone else because it's just a different connection, and that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Sure,
we're humans, and there's personalities, and
you want to work with somebody that you get along with and you like. That's the bottom line,
right? And back to your point of the mortgage broker part of it, I think having a mortgage broker that knows you and this team, for the consumer, having a team that works for you, so mortgage broker, home inspector, attorney, insurance, all those people, if they work with each other before, it just makes the process a little more seamless.
Right.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that's the way to go. It helps a lot sometimes when there's some connections.
Absolutely, there. Yeah. They have already established that relationship, and it just, like you said, makes things go a little smoother. So that's good. So one thing I wanted to just get into is everybody has these ideas of what they like and what they're looking for in a home. So one thing that I always like to recommend my buyers do is kind of fill out this. It's a new home wish list. And there are so many, expectations and thoughts that you have about the way things that should be, but there's always a compromise somewhere in the process. So this, I feel like, is just a really good way to kind of get your ideas out from your brain onto a piece of paper about what you're looking for, and really help you visualize the whole big picture. So when you're searching for homes, there's so many options out there. You can kind of really narrow it down and focus on the ones that are really going to be a good fit for you. So
now, can people find that on your
Yeah, so we'll put a link to this after the video on the website, and you guys can get a copy of that. Feel free to reach out to either one of us, and you can get a copy of that. And
the big thing too, and Seamus does a really good job at this, and a lot of good agents do this, is that if you are starting the process, I do recommend do a buyer consultation. It's just kind of more of a meet and greet. There's no commitment there, but you can say, do I feel comfortable with this person?
Right.
What's the process? Let's start a game plan. If you're thinking of buying in the spring, you probably should be thinking of doing that like now, not like in April or May, because you're gonna lose out on a lot of opportunities.
You want to look ahead so you can kind of prepare yourself for when you find that right place. So definitely, reach out. Feel free to get the conversation started. I think the best place to start is that meet and greet. We could kind of go over some of this home buying criteria, and then you get to do all the fun stuff. Get out, look at houses, go to open houses, and
that's the fun part.
That is the fun part, right? That's what everybody loves.
So, to recap yourself, you're saying talk to the mortgage broker or talk to a real estate professional. Kind of get that whole thing worked together, and that's usually the first step. So people who are still living in their parents' basement or renting, that's the way to go.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, and then take it from there. We'll kind of get into the next steps on the next video. We want to keep this quick.
What are we talking about next?
Next video. So you go out, you find your house, you set your wish list, you find your house, and then you decide to make an offer, and then you get it, and it's a beautiful thing. So what's next after that? There's a couple big milestones. One of them is the home inspection. So next month when we do round 3, we'll be here with Adam Wright from RJ Home Inspections, and we'll kind of he's one of the best around, and we'll go through the ins and outs of the home inspection process so you can, kind of familiarize yourself and know what to expect there. So
cool. That's awesome.
All right. Again, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. We're always here to help and answer anything that you guys could think of.
Yeah, happy house hunting.
Happy house hunting.
All right. Thanks, man.
Yeah,
appreciate it.